Afghanistan, a land of endless struggle. Afghanistan, a landlocked country located in Central and South Asia, is known for its rich history and culture. Its strategic location has made it a crossroads for different empires, religions, and cultures throughout history. However, the country has also been marked by a long history of conflict and war, leading to significant political instability and social upheaval. In this video, we will explore the history of Afghanistan, from its early civilizations to the present day. Ancient Afghanistan. Afghanistan has been inhabited for thousands of years. The earliest civilization in the region was the Indus Valley Civilization, which flourished in what is now Pakistan and northwest India from 2600 to 1900 BCE. Afghanistan was part of this civilization, and archaeological sites such as Mundagak and Shar-e-Sukta have revealed evidence of early settlements in the region. In the 6th century BCE, the Persian Empire under the Achaemenid dynasty conquered the region and made it part of their vast empire. The Persian influence on Afghanistan can still be seen today, especially in the country's architecture, art, and language. In the 4th century BCE, Alexander the Great conquered Afghanistan and brought Greek influence to the region. He founded several cities, including Alexandria Arachosia, modern-day Kandahar, which became an important center of Hellenistic culture. Islamic conquest. In the 7th century CE, Islam spread to Afghanistan. Arab armies conquered the region and established the Umayyad Caliphate, which ruled from Damascus, Syria. However, the local population largely resisted the Arab invaders, and there were frequent uprisings against Arab rule. In the 9th century, the Persian Samanid dynasty established a state in Central Asia, which included Afghanistan. The Samanids were patrons of art, literature, and science, and their rule marked a cultural and intellectual renaissance in the region. In the 10th century, the Ghaznavid dynasty, of Turkic origin, took control of Afghanistan and established their capital in Ghazni. They were known for their military campaigns, particularly against the Hindu kingdoms in India. The Ghaznavids were patrons of Persian culture and helped spread the Persian language throughout the region. The Mongol invasion and the Timurid dynasty. In the 13th century, the Mongol Empire under Genghis Khan invaded Afghanistan, destroying cities and killing thousands of people. The Mongols ruled the region for several decades before being overthrown by the Timurids, a Turco-Mongol dynasty. The Timurids were known for their patronage of art, literature, and architecture. Their capital, Herat, became a center of learning and culture. In the 16th century, the Safavid dynasty of Persia conquered Afghanistan and made it part of their empire. However, the Safavid rule was not popular among the local population, and there were frequent rebellions against their authority. Durrani Empire. In the 18th century, a Pashtun tribal leader named Ahmad Shah Durrani established the Durrani Empire, which became one of the largest and most powerful empires in South Asia. The Durrani Empire included Afghanistan, Pakistan, and parts of India and Iran. Ahmad Shah Durrani was known for his military campaigns, including against the Mughal Empire in India. Under the Durrani Empire, Afghanistan flourished economically and culturally. The Pashtuns, who were the dominant ethnic group in the empire, played a significant role in shaping Afghanistan's political and social landscape. However, the Durrani Empire faced significant challenges from the British Empire, which was expanding its influence in South Asia. The First Anglo-Afghan War 1839–1842 resulted in the British taking control of Afghanistan, but the country was able to regain its independence after the war. Modern Afghanistan. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Afghanistan underwent significant changes. The country modernized its infrastructure and government, and there were efforts to reform education and healthcare. However, Afghanistan's independence was threatened by external pressures from the British Empire and the Russian Empire. During World War II, Afghanistan declared its neutrality, but it faced significant challenges from the British and the Soviet Union, who were competing for influence in the region. After the war, Afghanistan emerged as a constitutional monarchy, with King Mohammad Zahir Shah as the head of state. In the 1960s and 1970s, Afghanistan underwent significant social and political changes. The country's government embarked on a series of modernization programs, including land reforms, the establishment of a national army, and efforts to improve women's rights. However, these reforms were not well received by conservative elements in Afghan society, and there was increasing unrest and opposition to the government. Soviet occupation and the rise of the Taliban. In 1979, the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan, sparking a decade-long conflict that would have a profound impact on the country. The Soviet occupation led to a resistance movement, which was supported by the United States and other Western countries. The resistance fighters, known as Mujahideen, were able to push the Soviets out of Afghanistan in 1989. However, the end of the Soviet occupation did not bring peace to Afghanistan. In the 1990s, the country was plunged into a civil war, as different factions fought for control of the government. The Taliban, a fundamentalist Islamic group, emerged as a powerful force in the country, and they were able to take control of the government in 1996. Under the Taliban, Afghanistan became a repressive regime, with strict laws governing women's rights and freedom of speech. The Taliban also harbored terrorists, including Osama bin Laden, who was responsible for the September 11 attacks in the United States. The war in Afghanistan. In 2001, the United States and its allies invaded Afghanistan, ousting the Taliban from power and establishing a new government. The war in Afghanistan has been ongoing for over 2 decades, with significant political, social, and economic consequences for the country. The conflict has resulted in significant loss of life, with estimates suggesting that over 100,000 Afghans have been killed since 2001. The war has also led to significant displacement, with millions of Afghans forced to flee their homes. Despite the presence of foreign troops and efforts to establish a new government, Afghanistan has remained mired in conflict and instability. The Taliban has been able to regain control of significant parts of the country, and there are concerns about the future of the country and the impact of the ongoing conflict on its people. Afghanistan's history is one of struggle and conflict, marked by invasions, conquests, and political upheaval. However, the country is also rich in culture and tradition, with a long and proud history that has shaped its identity and heritage. The ongoing conflict in Afghanistan is a reminder of the challenges that the country faces, as well as the resilience and determination of its people. As Afghanistan looks to the future, there are significant challenges ahead, but there is also hope for a better tomorrow. The recent withdrawal of foreign troops from Afghanistan and the return of the Taliban to power have once again thrown the country into a state of uncertainty and unrest. It remains to be seen how the situation will develop and what the future holds for the people of Afghanistan. Regardless of what happens, it is clear that Afghanistan's history and culture are an integral part of its identity, and they will continue to shape its future. It is important for us to learn about Afghanistan's past, not just to understand the challenges that the country faces today but also to appreciate its rich and diverse heritage. As we move forward, it is our hope that Afghanistan will be able to overcome its challenges and build a more peaceful, stable, and prosperous future for all its citizens. The road ahead will not be easy, but with determination, resilience, and a commitment to peace, Afghanistan can emerge from its troubled history and become a beacon of hope for the region and the world.